How do I make you want me? Okay, now, how do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? Oh, I'm missing something. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. Something is missing, bro. Where's my mic gain thingamajiggy? How do I make you want me? Doo doo. How do I make you fall for me? Hold up, bro. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Something's not right. Okay, there we go. All right. How do I make you want me? Doo doo. How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? Doo doo. How do I make you fall for me? Okay, I'm gonna put this. How do I make you want me? How do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? Yo, okay. Now the light. How do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? All right, everything is working pretty good. Everything's working pretty good. Everything's on site. On site. The problem is, like, I'm not centered into my little thing. Oh well, I that doesn't really matter to me. That really doesn't matter to me. How do I make you want me? Doo doo. How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? Doo doo. How do I make you fall for me? Forget about what your daddy said. You don't have to shine. Do 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 do. Let me play some music for myself, not for you guys, because YouTube is that copyright thingamajiggy, bro. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. But I be seeing people singing all the time, bro. They be just singing. They just be singing, bro. Anybody's song, anybody's music. And then I looked up like how that works. Turns out that you have to get a license for that. Like you can't even do that. But you see a bunch of people doing it, but they don't get reported. You know what I mean? How do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? Alright, let me put my bed away. Let me put my freaking bed away, bro. My flipping bed away. How do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? I got a gimbal, but like that gimbal, it doesn't work with the Venus Live 2 because Venus Live 2 is way too big, bro. That junk is way too big. So like, unfortunately, I can't use it. How do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? I have to get the angle down. The angle that people be using for their cameras on live stream, bro. Because I have mine like tilted down and I feel like everybody else has theirs tilted up. Like it's facing them, but I want to get like my desk and everything for some reason. Like that's how I want to do it. But maybe it's not the best idea because like you can move around and you can do everything that you need to do and like people can watch you like that. But I do most of my work on my computer. So that works. How do I make you want me? Do. How do I make you fall for me? Girl, it will last for infinity. Yo. I think I'm going to have to, because May wants to live stream and shit. She wants to do a whole bunch of shit, but she never does it. So what I'm going to do to help her out, I'm going to live stream, because it wasn't until I started posting up videos did she start posting up videos. You know what I mean? Like she wanted somebody else to do it first before she did it. She like needed some example, basically. Like, how do you live stream? How do you do this stuff yourself? And the biggest The biggest advice I can give anybody, how do you start doing things? First, you got to do it yourself. Absolutely, bro. How do I make you want me? You definitely got to do it yourself. Like people typically try to do stuff in groups. It works for some people. It only works for some people, but if you're asking for something that works for everybody, yeah, dude, so you have to start it yourself. You have to start it yourself, bro. If you don't start it yourself, it's not gonna work for you, bro. So like I said, how do I make you want me? How do I make you fall for me? I gotta do my laundry. I'm about to do my laundry too, bro. This is my credit card. I'm about to sign up for another credit card. I guess I can see why they don't like to put their desk on the screen, because like you can see everything, and if I accidentally like, you can see my address. Let me put these over here. I could easily put it off screen, and then I just have to be mindful about like what I'm doing. But do I think, am I like Pop Smoke where they wanna get rid of me? Because eventually I wanna be like, yo, bro, this is my setup, and I want to basically get an office building and then live stream from there. Like, that would be cool, but I don't really want an office building just for live stream. Like, I want to be able to do it at my place. So, you know, people that sell pot, like Koala Puffs. Let's talk about Koala Puffs for a second. She does weed enthusiast type stuff, right? So like if you go on her platforms, you go on Twitter, she smokes on it. You go on Instagram, she smokes on it, but she doesn't show the lighting of it or the actual thing of it. Like she doesn't even grind it up in front of the camera or anything like that. There's other people that are more they don't care about what they show, or they do it very minimally. Like they light it up, they smoke it, and then they cut to the next scene, and then it's them doing something, stuff like that. So unfortunately, it's pretty hard because you'll get banned pretty quickly. But I haven't gotten. I'm not worried about getting banned or anything. I mean, everybody has to worry about that. When you do social media, the one thing that you worry about is like getting banned. Like doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, and them seeing it and they be just like, yo bro, what are you doing? And you're just like, bro, I don't know. And then they just ban you. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see how this will look without my light. I do have a light. This is not as bright as it can get. I just want to see how it looks. And it looks pretty nice. it's on HD right now, and I'm seeing the latency on YouTube is ridiculous. So there's a couple of things that I can do right now. I'm going to fix up my day basically. So I'm going to plan everything out. I haven't been going to the gym lately. I really do want to go. It's freezing outside, bro. It's absolutely freezing. My sister was like, bro, how about, I was like, yo, so people say, I said people say, because I don't really think this is 100% true. Because if this was 100% true, then we would be giving out more money so people can travel. We would give everybody a travel uh, allocation in their checks or whatever. But you don't really have to travel, you know what I mean? Like, to gain knowledge, you can do that all from home. But I was like, you know what? I've heard that traveling helps develop the mind. And I was like, if you can't travel, then why don't you watch different things? Like anime watchers, you get to learn about a culture that is not yours for Americans. Like you get to learn about uh, Japanese culture and their jokes and their mannerisms and stuff like that, and what they think is interesting, what they think about. Like you can get all that from watching anime. And I think that that is just as good as going to Japan and looking at how they um, produce themselves, looking at how they present themselves, looking at how they present themselves. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah. But yeah, it's like, bro, not everybody has money. Like, why would you? Why would you think that that's the only way for you to gain knowledge? You know what I mean? Like people can say like the only way you can gain knowledge is if you read a lot of books and if you buy books. Like, okay, I can just go to a library and read books at the library if I really wanted to. And then I gained the same amount of knowledge. I didn't have to pay for a book. You don't have to pay a library for a membership. So, so what is this idea that the only way to gain knowledge and experience in the world is to travel? Like that. And if you, the only people that say that is because they have nothing to do at home. That's what I believe. It's like you just haven't figured out anything to do at your own house, and you're trying to make it seem like you know what you're doing by saying that you need to spend more money in order to gain knowledge. You know what I mean? It's like a person that wants a textbook and there's an online book available for you, and what that person does is like, oh, for you to gain the most amount of knowledge is if you buy a book and then you buy the online book too. So instead of spending $1,000, spend $2,000. And it's like, but I get everything that I need from the online book. And in fact, the online book is a little bit better for me. I work better with it. If I work better with a regular book, I would pick one or the other. But if I don't have the money, I have to pick one or the other. You know what I mean? Um, so this idea that, I I know who said it, and it's kind of pissing me off because it's like she just said it just to prove a point that's not really real. It's like you don't need to travel to learn things. You can learn things other ways. If that was the only way to learn anything, then we will all be dumb. You know what I mean? But whatever, bro. That was something that I needed to get off my chest. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, bro. Imagine having ops, bro. Having real ops online. I'm just gonna live stream just for like an hour or something like that. I think it should be. This is something that I can do where it's just like, how about you do this once every day? It's like, yeah, yeah, I could do this once every day, but I definitely need to do it on TikTok so that May can feel a little bit more comfortable with doing it. I don't know what I'm doing. Nah, bro, it doesn't work. I trying to get your friends on trends really doesn't work. And oh, I that was what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk to Ryan about. I sent him a video about this girl that was repurposing shoes. Like she was buying shoes from a retailer, and then she buys boxes from another place. And then what she does, she goes ahead and re cleans up the shoe and then resells them for the manufacturing price. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same thing as like going to TJ Maxx, buying the clothes up there and then selling them online. I mean, it's a good idea. It definitely is a good idea, but does it really work? And that was my problem. It was like I don't think it works for certain people. It doesn't work for certain people. It really doesn't. Like I could try that all day. I could buy a whole bunch of product and try to sell them online and it wouldn't work. So my idea is like, why wouldn't, if one doesn't work, why would 100 work? So why would I invest over like $1,000 on something that is not going to work? But what Ryan said, he didn't say that it doesn't work. He was like, I don't have the time for it. And I was just sitting there like, bro, you have the time to go to a restaurant for and pay like $150 to $200 just for yourself. You have time to go to a restaurant, pay $200, tip another $50. So you're spending $250. And you're telling me that you don't have time to go to the store, pick out a couple of shoes, spend $100 on that, and then just posting it online. You don't have the time for that. I'm not trying to be a dickhead about it, but like I definitely I see the problem that people have. I'm gonna answer him. Oh, let me put my light on. Hold on, it's 10:09. The only way people would do like online stuff is if they got paid immediately. Like I think that is a big gap with social media. It's the fact that you don't get paid automatically for doing what you do. There's steps that you have to go through, and it's kind of like, it kind of sounds like they're saying that, oh, it's too easy to make money online, but they're also saying that, like, oh, we want talented people to do this. We don't want scrubs, basically. We don't want like these people randomly showing up online to do whatever they want to do. But the way I see it, there's only so much that people can do online. Like, not everybody can make it online. So like, why aren't you making it more feasible for everybody to get to? Like, instead of 1,000 followers to get monetized, and you need like a million type of views on your shorts, and they only push your shorts to 1,000 views. And then they're asking you, they're like, yo, bro, you need to make a million views, like 3.5 million views for shorts or something like that. Let's see what it takes to get monetized. So you go to earn, start your journey today, next milestone, you know, grow your community and earn monthly. You need to get 3 million views on your shorts in order for them to recognize you. And it's like, bro, how am I supposed to make 3 million views? Or they're supposed to watch 3,000 hours of your video. Right now, they've watched only 41 hours in a year period. So in a year, they need to watch 3,000 hours of your stuff. And I can get all of that, you know what I mean? But it's going to take a very long time. Like, I'm not sure what these people want. You know, they just want to be entertained. And that's exactly what the YouTube business is doing. That's exactly what everybody is doing. Like, they want somebody to come in and wow them and blow their socks off with entertaining. They just want them to have a talent that nobody else has. And even if you do have a talent that another person has, as long as you can bring in the people, then they don't care what type of person you are. They don't care what type of ideas are in your head. Like dancing, for example. Dancing gets a lot of views. Like, if you can dance, you can get a lot of views. Like, people will follow you for dancing. But then, like, if you start doing live stuff, these people will only watch, like, you know, 40 people will show up to your live, but there's like, you have like 100,000 followers and only 41 people show up to your to your live. And something doesn't add up there, you know what I mean? Like, you could be a great dancer, but the only thing that you'll get is the views on your video. But if you go on live, nobody's gonna watch that stuff. Which is why I'm like, I stay away from the idea of like, okay, if I make this entertaining for people, will they start watching it? You know what I mean? October 8th, October 9th. So that's why I stick to what I know, and I stick to my comfort zone, and I don't sit there and try to chase. You know, like we're humans, bro. We're not dogs. We're not cheetahs. We're not bears. Like the stuff comes to us. Like yes, we have to do a little bit of chase, but we're not even really chasing. All we're doing is setting a trap. You're setting a trap up and then the food comes to you, right? Like how do we hunt rabbits? How do we hunt buffalo? You know, how do we do those things? And I'm talking about like smart food. Like I know like deer, you go running after them, but if we didn't have to eat meat, what would we do? And even if we do have to eat meat, how do we catch these fish? How do we catch? How do we eat deer? How do we catch these deer? Do we go out hunting for them or do we breed them? You know what I mean? We don't go chasing after stuff, bro. Like that's not how we work. So like this idea that make everybody chase fame and you need to stay up with the trends and you need to do how many concerts in order to make this much money, and people say that they do it because they like to do it, but like if you see the behind the scenes, like Megan Thee Stallion, bro, when you watch her video, she's like breaking down. She's like doing too much. And the guy's like, everybody needs a break. We're all human. And she's like, no, no, I don't need a break. And it's like she is saying, this is how you do it. Like, if you want to succeed, you're going to have to basically kill yourself for the opportunity. And that's when I'm just sitting here like, bro, why would I do that? Why would I kill myself for the opportunity? Like I'm not chasing after you. I'm not chasing after you. Nobody should. But that's the type of culture that these people have created. It's like, oh, if you're not chasing after the money, then we don't want you. It's like, all right, fine. You don't want me. That's perfectly fine, dude. But I know that my store is filled with a lot of shit that you want. But just because it's not presented to you on a silver platter, you're not going to eat it. Like, wait until you get hungry enough. Wait until you get hungry enough. And then you start eating it and you're just like, bro, this is on a wooden plate, but like, why didn't I ever try this food? Like, this is mad good, bro, and it's mad nutritious. And it's like, yeah, bro. Because you were too busy looking for silver plates that you weren't paying attention to anything else, bro. It's like finding that perfect author and they don't even have a New York Times best-selling sticker on their book. And you're reading it and you're like, yo, bro, this is mad good. And it's like you got that recommendation from a friend. That's the type of world that we live in. It's like there are people that want shit on a silver platter, and then there's people that look around and they're like, yo, bro, this is actually mad good. What this guy has here is actually pretty decent. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Other people are gonna watch it, they're gonna be like, it's not that funny, bro. It's not that interesting. I don't really get it. And it's not straightforward enough for me. And it's like, all right, dude, don't worry about it. I was just like showing you what's out there, and there's different stuff out there for you to watch. And it's like, nah, bro, I'd rather stick to what I know. It's kind of like with music. It's definitely like with music, because I definitely do only listen to a number of artists, but even though I listen to those number of artists, I do. Oh, I need a coaster. That's what I need, bro. I do try to listen to different artists. You know what I mean? Coaster, coaster, coaster. This is needed to use context. To use your trend. What is it talking about? Oh, it's asking which one is default. I took my car. I need a coaster. Yeah. I almost forgot. Yo, I bought some Bitcoin and I lost $10, bro. And it's still going down. Like Bitcoin used to be at like 100. Let me see. It's still going down. It went down 6%, 7% today. So I bought it at, yeah, I lost $11.77. It's down 23%. I bought it when it was, let me see something. I bought it when it was about $90,000. So right now it's at 73,000. I don't know why it's dropping so much, but if you wanted to buy Bitcoin, now would be the time to buy it. You know what I mean? Like you can make a good $10 off of it. But this is the month. For the year, it's the lowest it's been all year. So on March of last year, April of last year, it's been the lowest it went to was 81,000. Right now, it's at 78,000. So if you want to invest in Bitcoin, right now would be the time to do it. I'm thinking of doing it just to gain my money back. You know, just buy another $50 worth of it. Granted, if you buy it on Cash App, there's a $1.50 service fee that you have to pay for, which is dumb. That is so dumb. Which is why I would only buy regular stocks, because why am I paying you to get money? Like that shit makes no sense, bro. I took my car and took my babe and put it up on the line. Oh, what did I need? Coaster. May made me some, but I lost it. I need to go shopping. I have shit to do. Let me see. I have a whole bunch of shit to do. I be having packed days, bro. So I'm editing a book. I have to go shopping. I have to go to the gym at one point. You know what I mean? But that's not really something that I'm going crazy about. After I edit this lot, I think I can post this book. And the second book is going to be called, I don't know what the first book is called White Widow. The second book can be called Pandora. The third book is going to be called Trainwreck. And if you've noticed, Like you're listening to the names and you're like, where are you getting these names from? Those are strains of different types of weed. Um, you got so White Widow. This is all the stuff that I used to buy because I used to be a dealer, a weed dealer, not a drug dealer. Like all I sold was weed. If I had if I would be in jail right now, bro. Like it's just terrible. Like I would have definitely been in jail. Like nobody would have been able to stop me. Something had to stop me. Some divine intervention had to happen in order for me to like stop doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? Because I was doing a little bit too much. Yeah, I was doing a little bit too much, bro. I was like, bro, I'm selling weed. Nobody knew. My parents had an inkling. They didn't know I was selling. They didn't put two and two together. But there were signs. You feel me? There were signs. There were definitely signs. It's like, bro, why do you have so much weed on you? It's like, are you gonna smoke this all? It's like, are you gonna smoke this all? I guess I was living with my parents, so it was like I just had a ton of weed on me, and I couldn't even sell it properly. You know what I mean? It's like you're in your house, dude, and your parents are like, "Weed is heroin," and you're like, "No, it's not." But it might as well have been the way that they were acting about it, bro. But even my dad was like, I didn't know what weed was, but I knew it was bad, and I knew that you shouldn't do it. And there are some parents out there that are like, you know what, weed is cool, dude. If you want to smoke some weed, that's fine. There are some parents out there that are like that. Very far and few in between. You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely not a lot of people that are like, yeah, dude, smoke some weed. Buy us some too. Like, there's definitely, I've seen parents that accept weed like that. I've seen them. They're out there. And typically when that happens, like their kid is, there's nothing wrong with their kid. Like, but everybody gets sick. Everybody's a little bit different. We need to be accepting of that. I'm the type of person that wanted to do weed. I experimented and now I have to be done with it. Like I'm good with weed. Like we have a good relationship. It's like I stay away, she stays away, Mary Jane stays away. I'm not sitting here like going out on the street like looking for to get hits. And I was at that point, bro. I was definitely at that point where I was just like, bro, let me get a little bit of weed. Let me smoke it. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting here on the streets of New York looking for weed. Because I didn't really have connections. Like I was supposed to make connections, but it's good the way that everything happened. It was good that I didn't make connections because if I made connections, I would have never gotten off of weed. Like even if I did make those connections, like I couldn't do anything with those connections either way because I couldn't make money. So I was just in a really bad spot where I just got sick. And it was 2015, 2016. I started around 2014, and weed was illegal in New Jersey back then. So if you got caught, you would have gotten in big trouble. Like you can get caught with a a dime is 0.5 grams of weed. You could have gotten caught with a dime, and either the officer would have been like, yo, just throw it away. Typically they would be like, yo, dude, I might have to take you to jail for this to teach you a lesson. Like, that's how bad it was. So the amount that I was buying was ridiculous, bro. I would have gotten in big trouble for it. Okay, that's set up. I need to fix my desk, bro. My desk is messy, 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 messy. So, this is my favorite spray up. I'm going to ask Dana if we can go to the Dollar Tree and buy that spray. I don't think I can do alcoholic sprays, though. Because this has isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, it has alcohol and isopropyl. This is really bad for you, okay? This is really bad for you. But I do like the smell. The smell is so good. I might just buy it just for blank purposes. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What type of purpose am I trying to buy this for? Nostalgic purposes. Because they also sell it on Amazon for like $3, $3.25, and you can get it for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree store. I think like it's $1.40 after tax. But yeah, you can resell it online to you can resell it online to anybody that wants it. You know what I mean? Yo, this is super easy. I do like live streaming. I really do. I think live streaming is really, really cool. But I need to be able to live stream for as long as possible. Like, that's the tricky part. That's the tricky part. Excuse me. So I've had this computer for about, I don't even know how long. It's gonna become a year soon. 10.20. Oh, if people are selling, how long does Apple update their Mac Minis? So yeah, that's what my sister was saying. She was like, bro, how about you spend $2,000 to go to Japan? And it's like, why would I do that? Because I need to save money so I can buy a computer in 7 years. I know it doesn't take 7 years to save up $2,000. Like for me, it definitely might take 7 years because I buy shit in between and stuff like that. But if you buy Apple, you have to know that they stop updating their stuff after a little bit. You know what I mean? So you have to be prepared to pay for new stuff in the coming years. It's not like Windows. Windows, they had Windows 7 for how long? And they refused to stop updating Windows 7. Like, you can have that computer for a good 15 years. 15 years. And yes, it would have been slow. No, you wouldn't have been able to do as much stuff as you wanted on it. But it would still be working. But it wasn't at that level where it's just like, okay, uh, I can stream on YouTube on it. Like you couldn't do that stuff. Like it was too old at that point. Like you actually needed to upgrade. But for minimal tasks, you can work on it. But Apple, they're really strict with it. So uh, they support it for about 7 years of total support, combining major OS upgrades and security patches. What? Why is it so far behind? Oh shit. What the fuck? The thing I don't like about YouTube is that the live stream, the thing that I'm looking at is very latent. Like it's very old, like 30 seconds behind. Definitely a good minute behind, maybe 30 to a minute. 30 seconds to a minute, bro. It's just like, why is it so long? Like why is it doing that? Whatever. Whatever. Whatever, bruh. And you know what weed is like? It's not about how talented you are. It's not about those things. It's just who wants it. And that is the type of mindset that I think that a lot of people should start focusing on. Because we have this who is more entertaining type of mindset, but it should really be a who wants it mindset. Absolutely, bro. That was genius. That's a genius way to put it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move that over there. This is not working, bro. I have no space. This is not working. This ain't working. This ain't working for me. Okay, there's that. This is my bank statements. You know, let me label this stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's label this stuff. Let's label. Let's label. Yo, I'm loving it, bro. I'm getting much more natural on camera. That was my goal. My goal was like, yo, how do I act like a real person when I'm in front of the camera? Because I don't be acting like that. Like I act like a fool. Like all I do is talk, 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 and I do absolutely nothing while I'm talking. So my goal was, yo, bro, how do I become natural? Like I don't want to act a fool, bro. Hold up. Where's my phone? Oh, LinkedIn. That's another thing that I need to do. I think LinkedIn is, who's it made by? Yo, Matt Diaz. Matt Diaz, I didn't think, I don't care if I say people's names. Bro, I didn't think that he was that smart. You know what I mean? But it turns out he's really smart. Bro, he used to be a football player, right? It's like, yo, bro, everybody should know this dude then. You know what I mean? And then he went into home remodeling. He did football for April till September. He didn't do it for that long. He just tried it out. That's pretty cool though. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Look, listen. Do I enjoy football? It's fun and all. You get to get some stress out, but I'm 30 years old, bro. Like that when I was 18, no, when I was 17, I was already feeling. I was just like, yo, bro, I really don't want to do this. Like this is not something that I want to do, but I couldn't make up my mind because I my girlfriend at the time was the manager of the football team. So I told her, I was like, quit, quit, quit. And she's like, no, I can't quit. Like, why would I quit? Why would I do that? And I'm like, all right, fine. And she was very promiscuous. So like I would always think that she was cheating on me. So I went back to football. And that was a really big reason why I went back to football. Because I was just like, I don't know what you're doing and you're making me nervous. And if I'm there, then maybe you won't cheat on me. That was a big reason why I kind of went back to football. You know, not a good reason. Really not a good reason. Where did I put my tape? I just thought of something. What if you pay me to organize your closet? You can't pay me to do anything, bro. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna do it. Yo, it's funny because I be thinking of ideas, and I'm just like, yo, that would be a good idea, right? And then I just hear myself talking to myself, and I'm just saying like, no, I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm not doing that. As great as it sounds, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm just like, all right, just throwing around ideas. So I really want to sell um my stuff. Like I'm trying to think of stuff to sell, right? I'm thinking to myself like, bro, I can sell my ideas. Like if you truly want me to sell stuff, I can sell my ideas because my ideas they're pretty good ideas. But like nobody would think that they were good ideas unless they saw it and they were like thinking about it. Because nobody thinks anymore, bro. Nobody thinks. Nobody thinks, bro. Absolutely nobody. Everybody is in they're in they're just in shock. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, bro, I have to work for the rest of my life. And everybody looks calm, everybody looks collected. I give them props for that. But then when they really think about it, it's just like I have to work for the rest of my life, dude. And they're just like I their body and mind are freaking out, but their conscious is like, we could do this. You know, we could compartmentalize some shit. Ooh. All right, we're gonna throw this one out. I fucked that up. Oh, look at how nice my handwriting is. Isn't that nice? Anyway. I'm about to make a quick little video. You know what sucks for people? Like, if you were my friend, you know you're my friend for life, right? Like, if I get this urge to say something to you, I'm going to reach out and say it to you, bro. It doesn't matter what I did to you. Like if we got into a fight or something like that, if I want to send you a video, then I'm going to send you a video. If I think of a great idea and I'm just like, yo, I think they would like this idea, I'm going to send you that idea. It doesn't matter if we got into a fight. It doesn't matter if I called you stupid. It doesn't matter if I did something dumb, because it probably ended up with me doing something dumb and you being like, I don't like the way he rubbed me that way, you know what I mean? But I'm going to hit you up, bro. That's how it should be. That's personally how I think it should be. I can make videos like that all freaking day, bro. Literally, like it's it's just sad how easy it is. It's just like, but how do I capitalize on it? Like I have to organize. I have to organize whiteboard. I have to organize like badly, but I can't. Like people want me to talk about schizophrenia, and I'm like, there's nothing to really talk about, bro. There's nothing to really talk about. It's just like it was just a night and day thing. Like you can see my life and see the night and days. And sometimes I'm having a manic episode. Sometimes I'm just like I've put my mind to something. Like everything that has started up until now has been kind of like a manic episode. Like it's just, and a manic episode is just like you have a burst of energy and you don't have no idea what to do with it, and uh it can end badly. But if you're on your medication, it typically goes away after a little bit. It's just a side effect that you have to deal with schizophrenia. So like I would just have a manic episode, then I would do something in my manic episode, and when I think back to it, I'm just like, yo, that's a good idea. Like maybe I'm having a manic episode, so it's not a good idea at the time. But now mostly it's just like, yo, that was a really good idea, bro. Like I think that you should really work off that. Like, bro, good idea. And that's where I get my ideas from. But now that I'm on medication, now that it is controlled, it's more like, oh, these are just ideas. And it's not coming at me like, because when you're in a manic episode, typically the thing that gets you in trouble is that you act on what's on in your head. It's like just, yeah, it's like if you have a bad idea and you act on it and people see you acting on something that's bad, then yeah, you get in trouble. Like there's no thought process behind it. And everything that you do is mad random. Like I got in trouble one time for taking too many baths. Like I would shower every 10 minutes. Like I would get in the shower, I would shower, then I would get out. 30 minutes later, I would get back into the shower, I would shower, I would get out. And that was a manic episode. So it's like there's no thought process behind it. I'm just doing stuff just to do it. But with the medication, it gets rid of those problems. But now it doesn't lock up your mind. Like you've only put a leash on your mind. Now you have a leash where you're just like, yo, I could pull it back when it's like getting a little bit too crazy. It's like, oh wait, that's not really a good idea. But like I don't really have those negative ideas anymore. Like the medication really did help with that, where it's just like, oh, okay, like I want to buy this. And but the problem is like now I question everything that I do, where it's just like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe this is a good idea. I don't know if that one's a good idea. Like it's, you really second guess yourself about everything. And that's what really sucks. It does suck. Like you don't want to second guess yourself about everything in life. Like it's a terrible way to feel. You always doubt yourself. So you have to get to a point where it's just like there needs to be a mutual thing about this. It's like when I think of something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, maybe you should give some thought to it and think about it a little more before you say no. So it's like, all right, I'll think about it. And when you think about it, the medication gives you time to think. You're like, yo, some of these ideas are actually pretty good. Like, I would have never thought of that idea unless I had a billion years to think about it. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel like we are here to do. It's like, all right, yeah, we're only here for 75 years. So we think that you're not supposed to have any great ideas within 75 years. You have the next lifetime to think about stuff. You know, you don't have to really think. And it's like, no, dude, you do have to think. You're in survival mode. So in survival mode, you're supposed to be thinking of ideas. You're supposed to be acting on those ideas, you know, but we've been trained to not have any ideas ourselves, to only act when things are certain. And that's what sucks, because when you're not certain about things, you don't do anything. So you kind of freeze up. You're like a deer in headlights. But you have to learn how to not be that deer anymore, because you're a human. You have to act on these ideas as they come to you and, you know, pan them out, think about them, try it. Don't just be like, no, I can't do it. Think about it a little bit. And then if you're like, I really can't do it, then it's like, all right, fine, we'll think about something else. But there's some ideas out there that seem very easy. You know, they do. They seem very easy. And sometimes they don't work, but they work for certain people. Like people that do Amway. Like I think of everything like it's a scam now. Everything is like a scam. Like this online stuff, this is like a scam. Like, why don't I get any views? I don't understand. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I should be getting like 50 views, but live streaming is so new that, you know, people aren't really engaging into it. Like they only engage into certain people because these people make their own schedules. Basically, they're like an independent contractor. They're like a television show, but it's an independent contractor. That's how it is. So like they work whenever they want to. They set the time up. They're like, I'm gonna go on stream on Monday at 3 p.m. And you're like, I can't make that stream. I'm working right now. So they only get like 1,000 views. But they do it so often where they're like, all right, I'm coming to stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They make it into a job. You know what I mean? But they're still an independent contractor, meaning that they don't have a set time. You're not going to find them online every Monday at 9 p.m. They try to help out by saving the live streams. So Twitch only saves it for about 7 days. YouTube saves it indefinitely, which is why I want to stick with YouTube. Like, I don't even see the point of going on Twitch. That shit makes absolutely no sense to me. No point of going on Twitch, because they only keep your videos for 7 days and then they get rid of it. And it's like, yo, bro, what if I had a really good live stream? So I kind of see YouTube as a platform that pays you ahead of time. Like they pay you in advance and then they pay you residuals. Like you got royalties. So like, what's the point? Twitch is like, I'll give you $2 million now. No royalties. You don't get paid for anything else. I'll give you $2 million up front and that's it. The contract is done. Do your thing and then the contract is done. And it's like, why would I do that? YouTube is like, all right, I'm going to pay you $100,000 right now. And then I'm going to give you royalties. So like 5 years down the line, you're still making money from them. 20 years down the line, you're still making money from them. It's a game of like, do I want my advance or do I want my royalties? And we, time and time again, we're taught that, excuse me, royalties is a very important thing. Or to own your work is a very important thing. Uh, I think Twitch allows you to download your video. And when you download the video, then you go on YouTube and you upload it there. You go on Rumble and you upload it there. You can do stuff like that. Yeah, you could do stuff like that. But then that's a lot of back work. With YouTube, it's like you just live stream it and they do it for you automatically. So if you don't have a lot of money, YouTube is a great way to start off. You just can't curse, you can't smoke on it, you can't play like Kanye West Hi Hitler. Oh my gosh. Kanye West is funny. But I do understand him. I do understand. Once you step out of line, that's when people want to back off and stop giving you money. Once you're doing everything that a person tells you to do, then you get your money. But once you start stepping out of line, once you start doing stuff that they don't want you to do, that's when they're like, I'm not going to give you any more money. It's like, that's not how it works. We're only here for how long? Why don't you hear all my ideas out? Now, the Hi Hitler song, okay, that was a little bit out of here, but let's listen to what he's saying. And it's not like he's the only one that's saying it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm pretty sure 95% of America, you know, they're, all right, let me make this some more clear. Like 60% of America is like, why are we helping out Israel? Like, why does Israel get to do the things that they get to do? And they talk about the stuff that Israel does militarily, and it's very unethical, the stuff that they do. Because I was watching a video one time and they were talking about how, okay, so if they want to get you, if they need to kill one person, they will destroy a whole city block of people to kill that one person. Like, that's how Israel rolls. Like, they're not like America, where we're gonna go in and we're gonna go into your house and we're gonna assassinate you, and then we're gonna come back to our country and be like, yeah, we assassinated Osama bin Laden. He's dead. We made sure of it. They're not gonna do that. What they're gonna do, they're gonna be like, we're not even gonna talk about it. We just blew up a whole city block. We killed about 100 people, and we killed the guy that we targeted too. So it was a success. Like, that's how they are. And nobody talks about that. Nobody learns about that stuff. But people talk about it. And it makes you, the song makes you want to think a little bit more about it. Like, why is everybody saying that? Because Kanye West is not the first person that I've heard talk about the Israelites like that. He's not the first person. Everybody talks about them like that. Like, everybody's pissed off at them. Everybody doesn't like them. Like, and you do more research on it, and it was just a topic of right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about Israel. Even my sister was talking about Israel and how they're wrong, and Palestine and stuff like that. And Kanye West dropped a song at a very important time where everybody was talking about it. So he's like, this is my take on it. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, we should back up Hitler. And it's just like, why would you say that? Like, we're not supposed to say that. But everybody is kind of saying that. Like, everybody's saying that. They're like, no, Israel is wrong. We shouldn't condone what they're doing. They are mass murdering people. And then you have the United States government where they're just like, no, you can't talk badly about Israel. And then you're just like, what do you mean? I thought it was freedom of speech. And it's like, no, if you start saying bad stuff about Israel, we'll kick you out of your school. We'll arrest you. We'll do this. We'll do that. All, but mostly because it was violent. It was violent stuff. So we have to remember that there's no room for violence here. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for it. We don't need to be violent with people. Uh, we just need to, if we need to talk, just talk. We're not throwing fists here. But that's what was starting to happen. And, black people get mad because they're like, why is Trump telling everybody that slavery wasn't as bad as it was? But then when we talk about the Holocaust, we're like, what, the Holocaust is not as bad. But there's a lot of people that will be like, there was this one guy, I forgot his name. He used to buy from me. He was like, the Holocaust wasn't real, right? And I was just like, what? I was getting high. I was just like, it was one of those high conversations where you're just like, what, dude? It's like, nah, bro, that's just not real. It's like, what do you mean it's not real? It's like, you got to think about it, bro. How many people did they list? This is what he was telling me. He was like, how many people did they say died in the Holocaust? They were like, millions of people died. But how come there is only like 50,000 Jews in that one place? How were they able to kill that many if there's only 50,000 of them? They said that they killed millions, right? But they didn't kill millions because there was only 50,000 of them there, listed there. How did they kill millions? And it's like, I don't know, bro. Bro, it was just one of those high conversations, but he was being very serious about it. He wasn't joking around about it. He was like, yo, bro, seriously, like, think about it. Like, that the Holocaust didn't exist. And then I'm just sitting there like, but there's pictures everywhere, man. Oh my gosh. So it's just like, there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth, but a lot of people are saying that Israel is in the wrong. And what is our ties to them? Why do we respect them so much? And then they start talking about how they live, and Jewish based communities have the highest, they use the highest rate of government help. So they use EBT, they use Section 8. They know certain things about Section 8 that not a lot of other people know. Like, you can buy a house on Section 8 and they'll help you pay for the mortgage. That's crazy. I mean, I personally think that is for people that are disabled. Like, if a person uses Section 8, I think that it should be for a disabled person. And that's typically what it's for. It's for people that are disabled, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna stop right there, I'm not, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, you're talking a lot. And it's like, yeah, I don't know why. Nobody's watching. Nah, bro, that's hilarious. But yeah. That was that's just all the facts that I've been learning about Israel and stuff like that, because I've been on social media a lot lately, and I'm just like gaining all this information, and I'm just like, I can actually speak about it now. I have enough information. And that's the thing, bro. Like, my sister would be like, yo, social media is bad for kids, but you get a lot of interesting stuff. Like, you can look at my social media, and unfortunately, I follow a lot of girls. So it's more like, you look on my Instagram and you're just like, there's a lot of big butts here. And it's like, yeah, That's what happens. But you do find yourself learning about random facts, and each person is unique. Like all those facts that I just spewed to you are little videos that I've seen throughout the days. Those are the little videos that caught my eye, and I was just like, oh, this is interesting to me. So it's online is typically about self indulgence. It's like, bro, I find something interesting, so I'm gonna research that. So if you like girls, your feed is gonna have a lot of girls in it. But if you like specific type of information, like I enjoy reading about the billionaires and the millionaires. Like for example, I learned that Elon Musk was not the founder of Tesla. It was actually another guy. It was actually these two other guys that founded Tesla, and they created the car and stuff like that. Elon Musk came in about a year later and demanded that he be a co-founder and stuff like that. So Elon Musk did not create Tesla. He simply marketed it. That makes you think, like, because I'm more interested in stuff like that because I'm thinking about like creating my own business and stuff like that. Yeah, so I want to do stuff now. I don't really want to talk anymore. Because I could keep going. I could keep talking. And it's just like, nah, bro, just focus on do stuff that you need to do, bro. Because you have a packed schedule, bro. My schedule is packed, bro. It is packed. I was cleaning off my desk. I did a little bit of that. Multi-calendar. I also need a hole puncher. Let me ask my sister if she has an extra hole puncher. I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna be like, yo, you gotta. Wait. 600? Oh, sorry, 60. I think, personally, I think that people don't like live streaming because of the way that the person starts to act. And I'm very aware of that. Like, it's very, very aware of that. Like, why am I sitting here talking to the camera a whole bunch of times? Like, people just want to vibe with me. You know what I mean? That's what live should be about. It's just like, yo, I just came here to vibe. I just came here to see what you're doing. Uh, hopefully you play some music. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, hopefully you play some music. I would love to listen to some music. But even if you're not listening to music, like I just want to vibe with you. Like I want to throw this on. I'm listening to music right now, and then I just saw that you were live streaming. So what are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? That's what I think. That's what I think live streaming is all about. But typically, what people have done with it, they've made it into a game show. Live streaming is a game show, bro. Like, they're overly hyped. And I'm just saying here, like, bro, calm down. Like, just calm down, bro. Like, I Show Speed, like, am I a big fan of his? Honestly, no, bro. It's just like the dude. And he runs into a lot of problems with people saying that, where they're like, yo, he has too much energy. I just look at it a different way. It's just like, do you really want to show people that the only way that you can make money online is by being ridiculous? Like, where's that person that's going to go online and be like, yo, bro, this is just my day. I'm just going to be chilling. I'm going to talk a little bit. That's because I can talk a little bit, but like really I'm trying to focus on doing a bunch of stuff. Like, we have people sitting in front of televisions just doing nothing. Just doing absolutely nothing. And I've gotten to the point where I turn on the TV just as an aesthetic. Just so, like, if I'm looking around and I look up at my TV, just for some reason, instead of it just being black and dark, it's playing Cowboy Bebop. And it's not even, the volume is not even up. Like, it's just playing in the background. It's just pictures moving pictures. Beautiful art. You know what I mean? Oh, Desert Rose. I dream of rain, yele, yele. Oh my god, this is killing me, bro. So I have that going. So I cleaned off my desk a little bit. I'm glad I got that done. And it took me an hour and 35 minutes to clean off my desk. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Everything slows down when you are filming yourself. Everything slows down. So I guess that's why people saw it and they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be really doing this to be productive. Like, you should just be doing this just for entertainment." But there are a lot of streamers where they're like, "Yo, I'm just working right now. This is what I'm doing," and stuff like that. But I forgot I need to go on TikTok to I need to go on TikTok to do that. All right, I'm checking something out. Don't get mad at me. That light. Let me see. What if I do it over here? That light, it throws everything off, bro. It definitely throws everything off. I did that with my Nikon. I put that light on my Nikon, and dude, it threw it off. I don't like lollipops. I dream of rain, yele, yele. I don't know how this guy in Desert Rose, there's this guy, he's singing. I don't know how you can recreate that. Like, that's impossible, bro. I think that was just one take. He did the take, and they were just like, all right, yeah, that's good. Like, that sounds awesome. But he did not repeat that. Like, he can't go in front of a crowd and be like, ah. Like, nah, bro. You can't do that, bro. Okay. Okay. I didn't know, Belinda. Okay. I dream of rain, yele, yele. No, no, this over here. I've decided what I wanted to do today. I'm going to re-update my job list on LinkedIn. Oh, my experience. There it is. Okay. So my education, it took me 2016 to 2020. No, that's not right. When was the last time I showered, bro? Yeah, that's what I thought, bro. I didn't start in 2016. I would have been like, oh, I only did it 4 years. It took me since 2013. You know, I did nothing at this job. I didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do anything. Momentum Solar. I tried my best, bro. But like, bro, don't. That was like the time my alter ego was starting to show, where it's just like, bro, does it look like I want to walk outside and ask people if they want solar? Like, everybody is at that point where they're just like, I'll do anything for money. Like, as long as you pay me, I'll do it. Whatever job you put in front of me, I'll do it. And I started getting to that point where it was just like, bro, I'm not doing this. Like, you can't get me to do this. You can't get me to do this. And everybody wants that to happen to them, where it's just like, I want to be qualified for a certain job, and then I want that job to fight for me. You know what I mean? Like, give me a reason why I should work just that job. Why should I only be a dealer? Why should I only do content creation? And that job better pull me to it. Like, it's life or death. You know what I mean? Because that's how it has to be. Like, if it's not life and death, I'm going to choose whatever other job is out there. I'm going to work at Amazon. I'm going to work at FedEx. I'm going to work at Target. I'm going to work, because why not? Because they give me hourly pay, and online, YouTube doesn't pay me anything. They have ridiculous, there's ridiculous stuff that you have to do in order to make it happen. Let me text Ryan real quick. I'm gonna call him a liar. I'm gonna be like a liar. Where is it? Instagram. I called him a liar. I'm like, you're a liar. This is what I wrote. I was like, liar, you have time to go to restaurants. If you want to make it work, maybe you can. For me, though, it just doesn't work for me. I'll do it. I'll buy the stuff, but then nobody buys what I have. It's not like weed, apparently. That's the only thing I can make money from. Do girls really want to peg a guy? Like, is it just this? Because, bro, honestly, it's just like, you just gotta think about it in an anatomy way. Like, I've heard about a girl that had butt sex so much that she couldn't hold her shit in. So it's just like, maybe we're not supposed to be doing stuff with that part of our body. Now, I get it where you want to push the boundaries. Like, I get it, bro. Let's push boundaries. But sometimes it just doesn't work. But I have to think about it like this. It's like, well, everybody tells you not to sell weed, but you sold it and something great happened from it. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Our G spot is up our butt. You know, regardless, you have to go to a doctor, and eventually a person is going to stick their finger up your butt. So it makes you, I feel like every guy has thought about it. They're just like, to themselves, they're probably just like, yeah, maybe. But then to the world, they're like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not. Like, I wouldn't get straight up pegged. But like, if you want to be like, all right, let's practice for your colonoscopy. If a girl is like, can we practice for your colonoscopy? I'll be like, maybe. You have to give me some scientific reasons as to why you want to go up my butt. But even if it was my sister, like, my sister would be like, yeah, let me try it on you, because she's had to do it to random people. So she's like, I'll do it on my brother. That's just weird. You're crossing the line there. But if it was my girlfriend of like 20 years, I would be like, okay, yeah, maybe. Girlfriend of 20 years. No. But like, seriously, it's just like, when you think about, I'm telling you, every guy has thought about it. Like, every guy that has sat down and really thought about the fact that a colonoscopy has to be done to you, and you're gonna do it by the age of 40. It's like, maybe I should practice a little before I turn 40. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be completely surprised. Like, I don't want to have a complete boner while this doctor, whatever doctor it might be, it could be a guy doctor, it could be a girl doctor. Like, I want it to be a girl doctor, like, personally. That's what I told my sister. I was like, yo, I want a girl doctor. I don't want a guy doctor. And she's like, okay, we'll find you a... She found me a guy doctor. I'm just sitting there like, bro, this stuff is awkward, okay? And he's gonna have to check for my colonoscopy, my colons. And I don't want it to be a guy. Like, that's just me personally. Like, why would I want it to be a guy? You know what I mean? Like, ask any person. I mean, ask any guy. They'll be like, I'd rather be a girl. But for a lot of girls, they're saying that they would rather have another girl do their vagina stuff. They don't want it to be a guy, because then it feels kind of... But for guys, it's like, yo, bro, I want a girl to check my colon. You know, I don't want it to be a guy. Because, like I said, my first time, I'm 40 years old, and then I'm just like, I don't know how this is going to go. Stick it out my butt, and then I start getting a boner. Like, we have problems. We automatically have problems. And why does my dad get a girl and I have to stick with a guy? Like, that shit makes no sense, bro. I was so pissed at my sister when she did that to me. I was like, bro, why did you get me a guy doctor? I specifically told you that I wanted a girl doctor. I wanted a female doctor, bro. I didn't want a guy doctor because I want to be comfortable. I think that's what it is. It's not about gender inequality. Like, sometimes you just want certain things. It's like freaking finding a girlfriend and boyfriend. Like, bro, I don't want it to be a guy. Like, am I a bad person because I don't want to go out with a guy because I'm a guy? I'm not gay. Is it bad to say that I'm not gay now? Like, I don't get it. Bro, there's people. That's what May tried to argue with me about. Like, we got into an argument the other day, and she was like, you can't be sexist. Like, who would you rather work for? You're supposed, and she was like, you're supposed to say whoever is the best for the job, that's who I'll pick. Because I was like, I would pick a guy for coding because I know a guy that does coding, and I would probably pick a girl as my secretary because I work well with girls. Like, I wasn't really thinking about the question. And she was like, would you rather pick a guy or a girl to work with? Like, if you're running a company, who would you rather pick? And that's when I was like, I would pick a guy because I know a guy that does coding. He does very good coding. So I would pick a guy. The way I was answering, it was just wrong. But she left out the part where she was supposed to give 3 options. She was like A, B, and that's it. She was supposed to be like A, B, or C. She didn't put the C in there. She didn't say like, oh, or would you pick the right person for the job? Like, I would have automatically said, yeah, I picked the right person for the job. But if we're having a conversation and we're friends and you ask me a sexist thing, I'm going to be as upfront as possible. Like, I'm not going to BS around the corner and just be like, no, I wouldn't. Because I really wanted to say like, I wouldn't hire anybody if I had a business. Like, I would do it myself. I don't want to hire people. I want to find a way to do it myself. Like, I don't want somebody to dictate what I do, how I do it, when I do it. I don't know if that made sense. I forgot the first thing I said. But yeah. I'm looking for coasters right now. I want cheap ones, bro. I don't want expensive ones. I put set of 4. I don't know why I put set of 4. Yeah, but like, I knew she was just like trying to trick me. But then we both started getting mad. And it just like backfired. It was like, that was dumb, dude. I'm trying to have a simple conversation with you. Like, I'm a straightforward person. If you're not going to give me options A, B, and C, and you only give me A, B, bro, I'm picking between A and B. Like, what the hell? Like, we're friends. Like, I'm not going to gatekeep from you. But then you can't get mad at the answer, especially if you ask the question. Like, you can't be. You can't be mad. But yeah, we got into a little argument about that. It was so dumb. Like, I was sitting there like, what are you talking about, bro? I don't get what you're saying. Oh, you can wash these off? Yeah, that's cool. I'd rather them be wooden ones. Should I spend a little bit more and get something that I want? I'm looking at coasters right now. I don't have a lot of money. I found ones for $6, but the ones that I really want, let's see, the ones that I really want are $10. Get both. That's my answer to everything, bro. If you get a little bit confused about like what to buy, the answer is probably get them both. Because the only reason why you're picking between the two is because you're broke. Set of 8, I don't need 8 of them. All I need is 4 of them. Set of 6, all I need is 4. All I need is 4. All right, I'm gonna put this in my cart. Okay, back to LinkedIn, bro. I want to hear what he was saying though. I have to pee. Oh, whoa. Ah. YouTube. Oh my gosh, that's gonna get copyrighted, bro. As soon as they hear that opening, they're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, copyright." See, I wish we could listen to like music and stuff. I don't know how people do it though, because they be having Drake on their stream. They be having Drake on their stream and they start playing Drake's music. And it's like, dude, you can't monetize that. Maybe like certain people just don't care. They're like, whatever, dude, take my money. I guess I shouldn't have freaked out like that. Where is it? YouTube, 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 YouTube. Where did I put it? You know what? It's not popping up, bro. Where did I put it? There it is. All right, I'm about to go on TikTok. I'm gonna live stream from there for a little bit, just see how it is. You know what I mean? Feel it out, and then because I want to get May to do it. I want her to live stream. This is how I get people to do it, bro. I just be sending them subliminals. I be sending subliminals, bro. I just be like, this is what I'm doing. You feel me? And they'd be like, bro, why? How are you doing that? Like, where do you get the energy for it to do it? I'm just like, I'm just, you feel me? You get me? You feel me? You get me? Oh, shit. So, Apple they do it for, the support is 7 years total. I don't mind that the Apple runs out after a little bit. Like they just stop sending security patches, they just stop doing stuff like that. I don't mind that because I do like getting new stuff. Windows lets you lag. And they're like, yeah, you can still use that computer after 10 years. Like you can. You absolutely can. Like if you spend a good $5,000 on a Microsoft PC, like you want that to last for as long as a car. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that junk better last for like 15 years. And it does. It absolutely does. It does. It does last for 15 years. It really does. Like, let's do this. So Microsoft based technology, they say it's about 5 to 8 years. So it's about the same as Apple, but Apple is just more strict with it. Like if you have a computer that's running Windows 10, they stopped sending updates to Windows 10 in October 14th, 2025. But it's very easy to update to Windows 11. But then the Windows 11, what it does is just a lot heavier on the computer, so there's a lot more wear and tear on it. Apple does a really good job where they stop all advancements on it. They're just like, we're not sending it updates, we're not sending it security updates. Your computer is going to stop working. It's just going to stop working. But Microsoft based computers, once you upgrade to the next level, it still works. Like all you need to do is like you just can't use Windows 10 anymore. You can use Windows 11. Upgrade it to buy Windows 11, or they typically give you a free upgrade. You do the upgrade, and then Windows 11 is going to go on for another 8, 10, another decade or something like that. Another 8 years. And then they like Microsoft is really good with that, where they make their products last for as long as possible. But if you're looking for a workhorse, like you're looking for something that will play a video, will have about uh, will have tabs open in Safari and Google Chrome, like 15 tabs on Google Chrome, 10 tabs on Safari, and then you want to move files at the same time and it just not no stutter or anything, you want to go with the Apple. I've just gotten cheap Microsoft computers though. Like I never got a Microsoft Surface laptop to see how it performs. But if anything, I would love Microsoft to send me something and they'll be like, yo, this is, you want something that's comparable to an Apple M4 Pro. Here's a computer that's, you know, close to it. And they'll give me the price point. They'll be like, yo, this computer costs like $2,000 for it to do the same thing as a $1,300 Apple. That's how I feel like it works for them, because I've bought Android. I've always stuck to the underdogs. They do a pretty good job. Like this Samsung phone, it does a really good job. I don't know what that means. Damn it, Ryan sent me a message and then I did something dumb and now I don't know where the message went. The message is gone. What the hell? Or I'm gonna send him a message. If he fell in, I would be dying. Bro, that's funny. That's hilarious, bro. Now that was hilarious. He was like, yo, money can't solve all your problems. Bro, the little kid had the little kid looked at the rowboat and was like, yo, we can't row that. Like, I don't get it. And he was like, all right, fuck it. The other kid comes, he's like rowing the boat. He's like, yo, I got it. The rich dad bought a yacht. And all you see is a big ass boat. Oh my gosh. Oh, crud. I have to. I have to add this to my Amazon. Ooh, I got $5 from. Oops. Oops. My payments. Amazon gift card. What is a voucher? Product voucher, gift card. I think it's a gift card. Hold up, hold up. Let me do this on my computer. Why does it do that? All right, cool. Did that. Is eligible for. I forgot if it was full time or part time. I think it was full time. I know it's a non-profit. Like, this is what I think everybody should do. Like, yo, just put on some Drake and then go online and start streaming, bro. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be something, bro. I'm gonna be something. Like, I'm not, it's not, I'm not waiting on these people to tell me that I'm going to be something. If I waited on you, I would never have started, bro. I feel like I'm just ahead of my time, bro. I've always been ahead of my time. And at first I thought I was really slow. So I didn't really say anything. I was just like, I'm slow, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand what's going on in the world. I'm not that smart. I'm not great at school. But I was always ahead of the game with one thing. You know what I mean? Like, it was always something that was there. Like, I was really good at math. So I got pushed into accelerated math. I didn't get pushed into honors math, but like I said, I don't really agree with the school system. It needs to change. We need to be given an option whether to do it or not, part-time or full-time. Like, when we're kids, it should be like, do you want to go to school part-time or full-time? And do you want to start working? Or we should start paying kids for going to school. Like, give them an allowance. You know, like, I was given an allowance of $20 a week. Like, schools can start doing that. I don't understand why they can't. Never buy used items, bro. Never buy used items, bro. Forget that. Pray to God he hears you and I. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend in a bitterness. Man, I mean, you know how to save a life. Reporting live from the gutter out by this motherfucker. It's not even a discussion. Talking 10 mil just to get an asset. What did I work in Superior? Warehouse assistant. Yeah, around 2017, I was just like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna work. I mean, I'm not going to go to school. I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna work. And it was just a slow process of like learning who I was and what I was really meant to do here. Like it took a really long time. Like it to change your mindset into like from working mode into you should just stay at home and work on your mental health. The It was such a big change. Like it's really hard. Like it's a really big change for somebody to be like, I've gone to school, I've gone to work full time, I've gone to college, and you're telling me to just stop everything and just focus on myself. Like that's really hard. It's like I've been working for somebody my whole life. I've been going to schools. People have been telling me what to do my whole life. And now you're telling me to do whatever I say is good. That's crazy. So that's what really happened, bro. And I remember this. I was going to job after job and they wouldn't hire me. And I was thinking about it a little bit afterwards. I was like, they didn't hire me because I used to work for them. So they're not gonna give me a job afterwards. So it was really messed up. They kept sending me to different places, but they never followed up with me to start working there. And it was just really a waste of my time. So that I was kind of pissed off at Spherion for doing that. But I knew that overall, I needed to take a break from working. Like I shouldn't be working. I shouldn't have been working. I really needed to go to the hospital, get my medication fixed, and just focus on myself after that. But being 21 and being told, no, you shouldn't be working, dude, it's so hard, so hard. So like in order to work for other people, it's kind of like not this is just a story, but it's kind of like it's kind of like I had to do drugs in order to do it because there was like no other way for me to do it. Like I had to. Like as I was working, I felt so much pressure that it was just like, dude, this is so hard to do. I'm not happy. I need weed or I need sass. I need to do those things while I work so that I can get through this because you're telling me that I have to work for my whole life and I can barely get through the day. Like it was really, really bad. Like I couldn't get through the day, bro. I couldn't. It was just like it's so hard. So hard. Why is it doing that? And I decide when we're through. Yo, this music, this was when I was going out with Catlin, bro. It was, and Kissland came out. Going out with Catlin, Kissland came out. Just broke up with my ex girlfriend. Cheating on my current girlfriend with my ex girlfriend. I was working at Costco, making money. I could do anything I want as long as I was off. It was just like, bro, I'm vibing. Like I was going to school too, but I wasn't paying attention to the classes. Like I'm pretty sure if I did pass the class, my teacher just passed me because I showed up. But every test that I took in college came back to me, and all it said was wrong, 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 wrong. And I was just like, I didn't have a thought process because I was so used to, like I said, being told what to do for my life. Like, all right, go to school, wake up at 7 a.m. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. Like doing things that you have to do instead of doing things that you want to do. You know, that switch, man. So difficult, so difficult. I don't remember where this one was at. How'd you train all the soul from your eyes? How'd you teach yourself how to smile in a world where your dreams can't be real? No, every touch that you sell is a lie. Oh, you love this love. We're professional. I know. You know, it was hitting me like Kissland back in, when did this come out? When did Kissland come out, bro? Back in 2013? I think I started listening to it a little bit after. Was it 2013? We graduated. I think so. We graduated high school in 2012, 2013. And when I listen to The Weekend, like it lasts for a little bit. Like when I was listening to Hurry Up Tomorrow, and it didn't last for that long. I listened to it. I listened to it for like a good 2 weeks, and then I was just like, I can't listen to this anymore because I over listened to it. I was like, yo, this is a really good album, but it's not like Kissland good, bro. But it's still good. It's still good. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. I can't lie. Warehouse. Oh, material handling equipment. I forgot the location. It was. Oh, I forgot to put. What is it called? What is it called? What is it called? Fuck. Delivery now. Let's see if they have a name. Delivery now. Delivery now. Delivery now. Oh, I do have it. Delivery now. Ooh, I need to go to the bathroom. But if I go to the bathroom, you're gonna hear my piss, and it's gonna be kind of awkward. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose my live privileges if I go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm not thinking straight, bro. I have to go pee. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can just take off my mic. I'm taking off my mic, bro. I need to go pee. Boy, mad at you. Had to get back at you. Had to get back at you. This game, come, let's go. Wow, it's not burning up. At one point, the Venus Live 2, like that junk was burning up, bro. That junk was burning up. And then it just stopped working after 3 hours. So yeah, guys, you should fix that. I can listen to classical music, just not all the time, bro. It has to be good classical music. Typically, when you put on classical, it turns out to be good. You know what I mean? But the royalty free ones are not that good. Of course, the ones that require you to have a license to play them, they sound really good. That's the thing. If you have to go to school in order to do something, then that's a scam. I think that's basically how it is. That part. When I started working for life insurance, at first I was like, all right, I'm going to stick to one company. And then I was just like, nah, dude, I'm going to work for every company that I possibly can to make as much money as I can because it was sales. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're not really looking at me when I'm working. Like I could work for American Life Insurance Company and I could work for Lincoln Heritage. And all I have to do is get people around my house, and then I'll work for Lincoln, then I'll work for American, then I'll work for Lincoln, work for American, and get as much money as I can and blow up. Like that's what I thought blowing up was about. Like I got really high and everything started getting really, really hard to do. So I'm like, yo, I'm high and everything is coming at me really easy. Like the girls are coming at me easy, the money's coming at me easy. And then when I stopped selling, everything started getting really, really hard. So I was like, all I need to do is get back to selling weed and I'll be fine. All I have to do is amass a bunch of money. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go into life insurance and I'm going to make as much money as I can. And then I'm going to start selling weed illegally, of course, not legally. The talks of legalization wasn't even around at the time that I was doing this. And if you looked at it another way where it was like, oh, if you just amassed a bunch of money and then you waited it out for another 5 years, they would have legalized cannabis and then you could have opened up your own dispensary. Because I think to open up a dispensary, you need about like, this is a random number, I think it's like 500,000 in a bank in order to open up a dispensary. It's like a franchise. But the franchise opening up a franchise is much cheaper than opening up a dispensary because the qualifications are really big for dispensaries. Like it was ridiculous qualifications, you know what I mean? Like the people that were making dispensaries, I doubt that they didn't even smoke. They didn't even smoke, bro. Like the people that had that much money and they're probably not doing drugs. That's how it is. It's a very closed off market. So that's how I think about it. Like I don't think they were doing drugs. Definitely not. Yep, yep. Like, I think that people think that all life is about amassing a bunch of money, and like the most amount of that money that you can amass at once, that defines who you are. And of course it kind of does, but when you're starting off in the world, it's not like that whatsoever. It's about finding yourself. First, you have to find yourself. If you don't find yourself, you're never going to know what you really want to do in life. You'll just be listening to what people tell you to do your whole life. You'll feel like you're in control because, like, to become a doctor, you go to 8 years of schooling. So you have teachers telling you what to do for 8 years. These people have been constantly telling you what to do. And then when you finally break out of that and you graduate and now you're a doctor, you feel like you're in control, but you're really not. Because for 8 years, people have been telling you, you better not be doing drugs. You better start working. Uh, you better start asking your parents for money. They started doing all of that. And then when you break out, you're like, oh my, I'm finally free. But then you get signed into a contract with a hospital, and then you have to listen to everything they tell you to do. Like, yes, you're the doctor. Yes, you're the head of the council, but now everybody's looking at you like, what do we do now? So you feel in control. You're like, I know what I have to do. But then when you go to a hospital and you start working for them, you finally realize that who are you supposed to work for? Are you supposed to work for people, or are you supposed to work for the company? Am I supposed to be making as much money as possible, or am I supposed to be as straightforward as possible? But a lot of doctors, they don't feel like they could be straightforward with people. They don't feel like telling people like, maybe you should let this person go, because in one instance out of 100, keeping a person on life support, they lived after that. But are you going to be the doctor that will be like, life support is not a good way to go? Like, they're in pain and they're suffering, we should just let them go. There's a lot of doctors that won't say that because a business person is behind them saying like, no, we can save that person. It just costs $10,000 more. Just tell them that it costs $10,000 more. They'll pay for it. And so now you have a doctor that thinks like that. You don't have a doctor that is like, no, I'm for the people. I don't need the extra $10,000. Let's just pay $1,000 right now, get it over with, and that's it. I let you off scotch free. So when you live like that your whole life, it's hard to stray away from it. It's hard to start doing things on your own. It's hard to start saying no to all these different contracts that people are giving you and just focusing on yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think people realize that drug dealing is an actual job. Just because it's illegal doesn't mean that it's not an actual job. And if you hear me, if you listen to that and you think about it as much as possible, you'll understand what I mean. Like, these people that do dealing, they actually make money. You buy a product and then you sell the product and you make money. And sometimes if you're really good, you make profit off it. There's people that are really good at it and they make a lot of profit. People might say like it's this pyramid scheme, but it's much less a pyramid scheme than working at different places, because they're saying you buy more, you make more. No, that's the truth. Unless you smoke it all, and it's very hard to smoke a pound to your face. As long as you buy a pound and up, you'll make your money back, and then you can invest it or get out of the game and pay for the stuff that you need to pay for. Like, I'm telling you, bro, it's like, nah, bro. People don't understand. People don't understand. Like, just because you made it illegal doesn't change the fact of what it is. You should have never made it illegal. You should have never made it illegal. But in ways, it's still illegal, bro. Like, you're not supposed to have more than a pound on you, I think. In New Jersey, like, you're not supposed to, I think in New Jersey, it's like 3 pounds. So you have these people that don't care about the law and they're roaming around with 15 pounds. They get caught. They sell 15 pounds through the mail. They get caught. Because now they're not focusing on the people that are selling dimes and dubs. They're not focusing on people that are smoking dimes and dubs. They don't care. I want to make some food, bro. So I don't think The Venus Live 2 is working very well, bro. It's working very well. I did 3 hours, 4 hours. This thing could keep going, bro. This thing could keep going. But I'm gonna go live on TikTok. I'm gonna go live on TikTok for a little bit. Just to help out May. Because she needs some direction. I'm just gonna be like, oh look, I'm on live, bro. Girl, I want to get something to eat, bro. Let's end the stream, bro.